What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sugar Beats. I'm Preston O'Phil.
I'm Colin Glowinky.
And we're happy to be here. And this is just a nice, lovely day. It's been a long time since we actually got to do one of these. And it's just cool seeing you, man.
It has. I've been having a really nice time sitting and talking to you. And it's been really nice to actually be able to get and do stuff for our viewers, which I'm so sorry we've been neglecting you for at least a week at this point, which is just way too long for people on the internet.
Here's some forehead kisses for the people who missed us.
There you go.
I love you.
So much.
But I missed you, man. I mean, we've put out content, so it doesn't seem like there's really a gap. But
For sure.
we haven't filmed in a week or two.
Oh, it's been a while.
I've missed you.
I've had a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I had give me some shout outs in the comments. I've had a birthday.
Oh my God, it's Colin's birthday. We have some cake for Colin in the other room. It's delicious.
It's just Angel's butt cheeks.
It is Angel. It's one of our teammates, Angel's butt cheeks.
It's the cake we got.
It's delicious looking, though. I'll tell you that. It looks like something that you would decorate in an old Mario Party game.
Oh yeah. You
know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Have you played Kirby's the Kirby Bakery Dreamland game?
Go on.
Oh my goodness, I played. So my brother came over to my apartment last night, and he was like, he brought.
First out, shout out to your brother.
Yeah, shout out Jake. He brought over his Switch, and we were playing some games on it. I don't know if you've played the food based Kirby game. It's like a Tanuki's Castle type deal. Where You're just trying to get to like the end of the level or whatever, but you're collecting strawberries, and at the end they weigh your Kirby, like weight. And
that's offensive. I don't need that in a video game. just a reminder, weight is important to win.
And the bigger Kirby that you have, the more points you have, the more you win. Yeah. And it is such a good game. I highly recommend it.
Really?
Honestly, I was initially first game I was like, this is dumb. Second game I was like, give me the strawberries. Give me the strawberries. I gotta get the strawberries.
The food-based video game makes me think of that old Pokemon game where you had a Lickitungs and all the sushi would go by on a rotary, and you would have to eat good sushi, and then if you ate bad stuff, your Lickitung would be like, no, this is hot, and you'd be yelling at the screen, and you'd be like, oh my God, eat more sushi. My friends are gonna beat me. I loved that game.
That is a Pokemon Stadium minigame.
Oh, Pokemon Stadium. That's it.
Such a good game.
Classic.
Now it's on the Switch again.
Oh.
It is? They put it back on the Switch?
Yeah. You get that with the premium pass.
Oh, I'm about to have that with the premium pass.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. Do you know if they like updated the graphics or if it's still that kind of nostalgia?
Remaster, or is it just same?
No, it's a port.
It's a port. Okay, it's samey.
Same.
I don't mind at all.
Yeah. You said it's a port?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, so the way that video games work, if you have like a game that's made for Xbox or whatever, they'll make the game on the hardware that will go into the Xbox thing. But what they'll have to do is take all that same sort of code and port it to another.
Oh, import.
Essentially, yeah. Oh. So if you've port that over to PS whatever, or you port it over to PC, and a lot of times that can cause some sort of issues or anything like that. But for the most part, they're usually pretty seamless.
I thought it was just like a nickname for like an outdoor bathroom.
That is also what it is. Yes.
Dude, that's going to be so awesome. Food-based video games are all good, but like, give me the old classic on a new console. I'll play that any day.
Oh, 100%. I've recently started to get into emulation. And we'll before I get into this, Cody's got a little thing. What do you got?
We need him to play Overcooked.
I would be so down to have
that
Preston play Overcooked.
The cover's like a cartoon chef, maybe like pink curly hair coming out. I think I know what you're talking about. It's a Nintendo
You should.
game,
We did
right?
a video for that.
Yeah, you should.
All the viewers can see that link in the top right corner right now.
Mm-hmm.
What I meant to say was that I only know it from that video, and it's amazing. Like and subscribe.
I think if we played it, I would just yell at Preston nonstop.
Yeah.
I get aggressive in that game.
Is
It's
it
a good time.
I imagine it's an actual cooking game.
Yeah. Sort of. You'll like have your separate ingredients and stuff like that, and like 3 or 4 ingredients will make a specific dish. You got to grab the ingredients from the thing, chop them up, put them in the stuff.
Ooh.
things will catch on fire.
Wait a
and-
minute. Is this, and there are different levels, and like one of them is a truck, and you have to like stay on the.
Oh, so you have played Overcooked.
Is that it?
That's really similar.
I'm actually just pulling up our video.
I think I have pulled it. I think I've played it. Yeah, it
I'm
kind
sure
of
you
rings a
have.
bell. And it's like kitchen's here, but another truck comes by, and you got to hop on it, and there's like a stove over here, and you got to make sure that this is cooked by the time you get over here. 100%. I've
There you
played
go.
that game.
That's it. That right there is Sugar Beats playing Overcooked.
Yo,
We can actually show this video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. No, we can.
legally. Look at that. That looks like such a fun game. Absolutely, I played this game. Yeah,
dude.
Cody, I am bad at this game. Just so you know.
And I'm aggressive with this game. All
Yeah.
I do is yell.
Cody is aggressive at everything, I think.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. What would you say is the most aggressive video game you've got? Mario Party, I really like.
That's a
I'll
pretty
lose a
aggressive
friend.
game. Yeah?
Yeah, I
You
get
mean aggressive in the co-op sense?
aggressive in the like, I'm gonna win,
Mhm.
and if you're on my team and are taking me down, I'm gonna tickle your armpit in the next game, and I'm gonna make you lose.
All right, Rocket League.
Ooh,
I've
is
recently
that the cars?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
car soccer.
God, I always sound so old when we talk about video games. You know, and like,
cars?
and is that a cartridge you use for that, or is that do you port it into your Xbox?
What's the disc size? It is absolutely, yeah. It is. Car soccer is really fun. A friend of mine have recently gotten into it and played it a bunch. And I don't think I played football in high school and I didn't yell that much.
All right. Well, let me tell you this. Then you're gonna love this. Have you seen that there is a real Rocket League in real life?
What? That just
Pull it
sounds
up.
like Demolition Derby.
Yes,
what
sir.
do you mean?
Oh, it's amazing. You're gonna love it, man. I saw it on TikTok, per usual.
For sure.
And I'm still in that realm of like weird athletic adventures. And that's one of them. And it's in a dirt derby kind of area. And they got a big ball and they're just knocking that thing into a goal one way or the other.
Wow.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Excellent quality.
Cody, please.
For starters, apparently Mr. Beast did a video. Dude Perfect did a video.
On all about like Rocket League car soccer?
Well, Dude Perfect took the easy way out. They did theirs on go-karts.
Oh, to be fair, I feel like that's just safer.
Is it? I would rather be in a contained car versus a go-kart hitting me, right?
I'm gonna be honest
I'm
with
loose.
you. If I'm in a car and I can hit a ball, I can really easily hit you.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If you're in a go-kart, you can just as easily hit me. But
sure.
now we're raw. We're out in the open.
Right.
We get hurt.
But that's
more.
that's
I
the
think.
thing though. You don't want to T-bone somebody when you're in real cars.
Bro, I want to T-bone people in real cars every day. What are you assuming?
Welcome to the highway on 290, baby.
Yeah. Oh, there's traffic on Dan Ryan today. Look at it.
Oh,
Boom.
oh,
right
that's
there.
sick.
Can we show this video?
It's
No,
on.
we can't show any videos. We're not playing that game.
That's fine.
Well,
So essentially, what we're looking at right now.
I mean,
is
that's a
just
Kia
bunch-
Soul that is playing right now.
We're watching a bunch of cars from the 1990s run into each other with a soccer ball. That's all that we're watching right now.
Something German is
That's
going
the,
on.
That's the
Is
thing,
that
though.
blood on the ball? Look at all the red
No,
there.
it's not blood. It's paint.
That's probably more like might be from the go-kart round.
Honestly, I still think go-karts would be. I feel like you could do a little bit better with go-karts than you could with cars. Because if you're not trying to break the cars, you got to go real slow.
I'm trying to break the cars.
Well,
That is the point of this whole thing. Who's going to a monster truck rally kicking a giant football around, and yet we just want safety? I want to see broken bones, and I want the losers to have lost more than the game. That's all I want.
Well, welcome back to Mayan Foot Sports with Preston and Colin.
Man, dude.
What do we, is this? Oh, this is the go-kart one.
Oh, here's,
okay.
here's your safe. They're not even
Yeah,
wearing
look-
helmets.
Yes, of
Oh
course
my
it's safe.
God. That guy's got a backwards hat on. What a
All right,
douche.
so here we're watching go-karts from the 2000s hit balls faster than the cars.
Yeah, okay,
That's what I'm saying. This looks sick.
and you know what I didn't think about?
Look at the assist. Oh, beautiful.
That was amazing.
Beautiful.
That is better. All right. The two videos, I will say this one looks a lot more fun. And I didn't think about it. That ball smaller than the other one too. You can, since you're raw, punch that ball, right?
Oh, that's
So you've got
true.
that. Ooh, my car's not going to get it, but it's right over to my side.
No, that's a handball, but you can't kick it.
Do
That's a
that.
handball. Can I headbutt? Can I head it? Can I do a header? You can do a header? Oh, yeah. Yo, let me get in this game right now. That sounds sick. But yeah, I yell a lot at Rocket League. Not like at the game, just at my friends.
You know, I when I was very young, I had to realize that I kind of had a problem with video games, and I had to kind of chill for a second.
Sure.
Everyone, you know, not everyone. Some
lot
people
of
go
kids,
through it.
A lot of kids will have that issue.
It's just a thing of like frustration in the video game. I can't complete it, so I'm mad at everything.
Right.
And one time, me and my boy, my twin William, we were
Shout out
both
William.
playing.
Love you, William.
We love you, William. It's William, Cody. We were playing Pokemon, and I was in one of the gyms where you have to answer a bunch of trivia. And it's like Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red.
Oh, yeah.
It's Blaine's gym on Cinnabar Island.
Cody.
Cody. Mountain Dew and Pokemon. It's wheelhouse.
All my favorite things right now.
But you have to go through and answer all this trivia. We had the Pokedex of trivia with all the answers, but Willie wasn't sharing it with me. And I was on my final one, and I'm like, I just need to know A, B, or C. And he wouldn't tell me. And I literally got up and I just started wailing on him. And then, like, you know, the fight was over. I got the answer, and it's like, it's Mudkip. And I'm like, oh, all right. Well, Mudkip, not actually. I think maybe Geodude. Who gives a darn?
Right. It wasn't not necessarily an issue
Punched
anymore.
my brother over a video game.
Oh, okay.
And it felt so bad. And then years and
I
years.
thought you were gonna say good for a second.
Man,
It felt so good. Answer C, Mudkip.
Let me say it like this. I felt bad at the time.
There you go.
And then years and years of now we've got an Xbox and we're playing Halo and we're playing the Simpsons game on Xbox.
Run?
That one's good too, but they have an actual video game where they've got a couple different storylines. Hillary Clinton is in there, which is hilarious. She's Marge and Lisa's story. Bart becomes Bartman, a little Batman. Homer he gets superpowers from eating different things. So you can do like a gummy and you get turned into a giant blob and can roll over people and go up ramps and stuff. It's a phenomenal game.
Oh my goodness.
Really good.
I was a big proponent of like Simpsons Hit and Run. What are we looking at here?
Yep, that's him. What's
It's
it
just
called?
like the Simpsons game?
I think so.
It's
looks
literally just called the Simpsons game.
It
That's
looks
how you know
really
it's
good. That comic book art style, that's pretty good looking.
That's what I'm saying. This game is phenomenal. And we would play that all the time and, you know, more peaceful in that time. But I feel like
course.
it was early on in video games. I'd take a break, breathe, and then I got back into them. And I'm like, all right, this is good. So now I play every once in a while and I haven't had a problem since. And it's good.
I had I think I've talked about this game once or twice on the podcast, but I got over all of my video game rage playing a game called Escape from Tarkov.
You have talked about this one.
Yeah, simply because that is the only game that has actually made me think to myself, why do I care about these pixels so much?
So why do you?
And it's all in here, folks.
Yeah.
It's all in here and all in here.
Take a walk, take a lap, take a
Right.
breath.
It's so good to take a walk.
Yeah. Drink a 6-pack. Do whatever.
Do what it takes. Do what it takes.
Do what it takes. Yeah, Mountain Dew, what it takes is
yourself-
what Cody just said.
Yeah, become a part of the democracy.
Democracy. We pledge allegiance to the Dew flag of the United States of America.
I pledge allegiance to the can with enough ginseng to make me last all day.
To the Republic, for which I chug one bottle above my head.
What is this? Is this Dew merch?
That's what it looks
The
like.
United States flag.
It's the United States.
I just made that up. I swear I didn't know that. If my dumb pun can be this, we should be making more money.
You can do anything you want to do.
Why am I not doing marketing?
Oh, dude, I did trivia one time. I'm not good at trivia. I'm really bad at trivia.
You look like you're good at trivia.
That's such a bad thing. I look like I would know a lot of dumb things, but I know a lot more dumber things. So when people like ask us trivia questions like, "Oh, in 1997, who was the person that made this specific?" What are you pulling out right now?
Why are you going full Kermit?
1997.
I always get asked music questions, which is so annoying because people are like, you studied music. You must know everything from the 70s.
Well, you were in choir.
I was in choir, which was admittedly nothing I sang was from the 70s. As the only trivia question I've ever confidently gotten right was, what was the name of Act 2 popcorn before it was named Act 2? If you want to take a wild guess, feel free to take a wild guess.
Is that a song?
No. Like the popcorn brand, Act 2.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what do you, if you could guess any name that would come before Act 2 popcorn?
Intermission.
It's Act 1. I thought
it was too easy.
But that's the thing, is it is just that easy. I thought it would be funny. I was like, it'd be really. None of us knew at
What's
the table.
the drama behind that name change? Who got fired?
That's what I want to know. I was like, this would be a really funny joke. Psych, someone lost their job.
They're like, we're so sorry. We're going to close Act 1 forever. We are so sorry. And then a year later, they're like, the intermission's over, folks.
Act 2 popcorn.
We're
now
popping
with
out.
more butter.
Like, what dark thing happened? Where is there a pop secret hidden away somewhere that we don't get to know?
Schneider work at Act 1?
Yeah.
That's what happened. Watch our last podcast.
So funny, guys. It was such a good callback. That is an interesting. We'll get the history on that later.
Very much later.
Oh,
We got
maybe
the
not.
handshake. We will be making another video.
So Act 1 was still microwavable popcorn, but it had to be kept in the fridge. Act 2 was shelf stable, didn't have to be in the fridge. So that was their whole revolution. Also, they're the ones who these aren't too credible, so take it as you will. But it looks like they're the ones who also made the little slit in the bag so you could dump out extra kernels.
Oh, I've never used that feature.
Shout out Act 2.
I just chew the burned
yeah,
kernels.
me too. I just
I have good popcorn left, and I'm still like, well, I got to get through these.
gotta ruin my teeth.
I could suck the salt out of this.
It's just like glass.
It's just like glass.
It's just like glass.
It's just Act 2, famously known for being just like glass.
glass.
You said music trivia earlier.
Yeah, music trivia.
One of the most embarrassed I've ever been is in my senior year of high school. I was called out in front of the entire school in assembly to compete for my grade to do fill in the blank for a song lyric, right?
Good.
Man, in high school, I only listened to show tunes. I mean, like, there was Weird Al Yankovic was another thing I listened to, but that's kind of where it stopped.
What about Sandstorm by Druid?
I know that now.
Okay, there you go.
But I don't know the words. I'm doing the trivia thing, and we get Sweet Caroline, line, and the whole of my school is like, yeah, this is easy. And it comes to me, and I'm like, and they're like, and I got booed by the entire school. It felt really good. I didn't get kicked out of that one, but I did one time perform for an assembly my junior year of high school, and we got kicked out of that assembly as my improv team because we made a darkish joke.
Oh, wow. I did not like the way you said that.
Darkish. It was. If I explain myself, it's not going to make it sound better.
I didn't think so.
So I don't know if I should. A teacher had a heart attack that year, and we pretended to be that teacher. And let me tell you, the teacher laughed.
Okay. The heart attack teacher was alive?
Front row laughing.
Okay.
Front row laughing. He was
all
laughing. So he was grabbing his chest laughing. He was
he's
smelling.
pounding his chest.
Yeah, he's like,
this is really funny. He's calling an ambulance.
But it was one of those that we local wise in my high school got a couple tweets that got a couple good likes, and we were like, we're famous. Yeah.
To be fair, to your Sweet Caroline story, ba is not in lyrics.
Right.
It's just Sweet Caroline. Yeah, good times never.
If anything, I should have won that.
I'm gonna say you didn't say any lyrics.
Yeah. You didnking play the trumpet. I don't know what you're looking at me to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Blue Valley West High School. You owe me a redemption round. I'm coming back this summer when there's no school. I'm coming back next winter.
This summer
In a performing arts center near you.
in the gym of a high school.
What's that smell?
It's redemption.
Yeah, a little embarrassing.
I've thankfully never been a part of a high school assembly. But in middle school, I did. I reffed the student versus teacher basketball game.
Who won?
I don't remember. I did such a bad job. I was
He was a point student, and they're like, they don't even have the ball.
What are you? I'm in 7th grade. What do you want from me?
I stopped being able to count after 10. So.
Yeah, I was like, you guys wouldn't let me perform at the assembly, so here we go. I'm doing my performance now.
Yes, sir.
Gonna make myself seen as the referee.
And in this corner, me.
You told me earlier that you had seen Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds recently.
Just watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was a good time. I had my popcorn. And we were
you had your act one.
Nice little tie in there.
Put it in the fridge.
I had my act one. Oh, I was gonna say with the refrigerator thing, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, ooh, who keeps popcorn kernels in their fridge? But then I remembered. Back in the day, I used to work at a corporate office for a very big movie theater chain.
Okay.
And I got to work next to, my department was rentals, and next to us was the food department. The people who had their test kitchen where they'd be making stuff. And, I was just like a dumb 20-year-old. So they're like, here, try this Dorito nacho that we dipped in cheese and then fried in cheese batter. And I'm like, yeah, if I have to, I guess. And they're like, how was it? I'm like, I don't think the public would like that model. You should make another one today for me to try. And there were so many delicious things I got to try. But I also got to learn from the head popcorn guy at this movie theater chain all the differences about popcorn and how you have to keep the kernels in a silo with a certain amount of humidity so they don't either accidentally pop or go bad, or things that can happen, obviously. But then I also learned, and Cody, pull this up for everybody who's going to give a dang, all the different kinds of popcorn. So you have I believe it's a bow tie, which is the one that pops out this way.
Okay.
You've got a snowball, which is your big, like kind of your caramel coated, your sugary coated,
Okay.
the big round ones. And I think there's a third one that's more of just like your random blah. But I forget what that's
The
called.
one that kind of like explodes out of one portion of it and then kind of like encases around.
Yeah. I want to tell you the name of that, but it's a pop secret, so I can't share that. That's the second time I've tried that joke in this podcast, and it will not work. It will not work.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. It was a really good time working at that job. I liked working in the corporate office, and then I did really enjoy working in the movie theater itself. The downside of it was smelling like popcorn every day. That is something that you don't realize until it's like week 2, and you're like, my skin is butter. What is happening? And then I would work at the popcorn spot, and then I'd also work where they deep fried everything, and that would get into your shirts and just the like chicken tender grease all around. It was really, really gross, but I stole a lot of food.
Cody, what do you got?
Popcorn types. We got white, butterfly, mushroom, ladyfinger, and then a bunch of people make their own stuff, which is mostly just food coloring.
Now, but just remind me though,
Ladyfinger.
are you talking about the style of the pop, or is
Yes.
that a
What is ladyfinger? Oh, big shrug. Okay.
Oh, we
It
don't
gets
got
weird.
pictures.
Popcorn people are very weird. I don't want to be on this version of Google anymore.
All right. Popcorn people versus furries. Who's weirder? Go.
Oh, not furries. I
Popcorn people.
Wait.
Yes!
Way weird.
Wait.
I'll die on this hill. I'll die on this hill.
Quick to defend furries.
I'll die
I like
on this hill.
I like this hill. I'm a good fan of this hill.
Furries, I've gotten to talk to a couple furries in my life, and we one time at a show, we had the mother of a furry in the audience, and we got to interview her, and it was so, first off, hilarious, and we made it all fun, but so sweet to see a mom be like, I love my son. This is what he does. Who cares? And I was like, hell yeah, be supportive of your kiddo doing this thing.
That took years of her practicing in the mirror to say that.
She's like, I said it in front of everybody. It's like when you're young and you're pee shy, and the first time you pee next to a guy without having to count everything. Everyone had that experience, right?
What?
Oh my God. Anyway, furries are weird. Furries are weird. I'm going to backtrack. They are weird, right?
So we're taking Preston to Wrigley next time.
I was gonna say you about to go trough diving.
I trough peed when I
trough
was
peed?
young and I was pee shy. I would like actively be like, go pee next to that guy, and it's gonna happen. And I would have to stand there at the urinal for so long, and then and nothing would come out. Or like the fear of standing at the urinal and someone else would walk up, and I'd be like, whoop. It all came right back in me. I'm not gonna be able to let go. So then I had to learn, I know this is crazy. I had to learn to count 7 shiny objects, and that would distract my brain to be able to let go. Hey, this is gonna help somebody, maybe.
Nowadays, shout out anybody who needs to count 7 shiny objects to relieve themselves.
It works,
from-
and then, but it's the distraction of like, oh, I think they're gonna hear me pee. I don't really know what the fear was, but now it's like, I'll go pee next to somebody on a tree. I'll cross streams with someone.
That's
I'm an
right.
adult. I can
count
do it.
2 shiny things now. I'm ready.
I count 1 shiny thing, and that is a bright future.
Thanks first.
Yeah, shy.
good for
You never
someone.
had a shy bladder?
No, absolutely. I've definitely had a shy bladder.
Making me feel like I'm the only one here.
No. I didn't specifically be like I need to count shiny things. I think that may be a little.
That's my own
That's
special
personal.
treat.
That's a personal thing. I just waited.
Oh, that's the pressure though, because then it's like, oh, it's been 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And it's like, oh, you waited for someone to pee.
You be counting?
I'm counting 7 shiny objects.
That's very fair. You know what? Good point.
I'm like, if there's 2 objects per second, I've been here for 14 seconds. That's the first time we've done good math on this podcast.
That's fair. That's fair. Woo, let's go.
Like and subscribe. Sugar beads.
Math content.
Yeah, really though. But not math, but bathroom content. It was it was difficult to overcome. But gosh dang it, I'm telling you. Willie out now. I don't care. I'll go anytime.
Absolutely. I think the first time for me that I really noticed that it was like, you know what, you just gotta kind of go.
You gotta go.
I was in a very packed bathroom at an airport, and I was much younger, and so my dad was like, I can't come in with you because it's a packed, bathroom. So I just stood next to a bunch of old guys, and one guy just like, I sat there for like 30 seconds, and he finished peeing, and he like flushed the thing. And he looked at me and he was like, it's going to be okay. And walked away.
And he kissed you on the top of the head and walked away. You're like, wait, that was my dad the whole time.
Oh my gosh. It's funny because I'm adopted. Watch the last podcast.
2 callbacks. Now you got it.
Go.
Come on.
Come on now. It's right there. You can see it. Come on now. Just click it.
Not as common, or I guess less common, is being a furry.
that is I would say it is less common, but I will.
What I can say is I didn't meet a furry until maybe I moved to the city. But I used to hang out with the Renaissance people, and you get
close enough.
A lot of tails in that community. A lot of the wolf tails, but a lot of those, like, it's hooked to your pants sometimes, and then it's hooked to whatever else it's hooked to.
Cody, have you been to the Ren Fair?
Cody's wearing a tail.
Well, of course. That's why I'm not on camera. Have you seen our Renaissance Fair video?
Of course, I've watched all the videos in Sugar Beats, and so should you.
Preston's definitely getting fired after this one.
Watch all of our Death Squared videos. I'm kidding, don't.
No, but there's a ton of those people in that community, and it really kind of opened my eyes early to, like, did I think it was a little weird because I wasn't in the community? Absolutely. But once you get to know that they are, shocker, people, I know. It's like, oh, you're just having a good time. You're living the most comfortable that you can live. And for that, I'm happy.
All right, we're watching our video real
and
quick.
We
on
can
the Ren
show
Fair.
this video
this
too.
One we can show.
This one is in frame.
It is in the frame.
This is you guys?
Yeah, this is us.
That's phenomenal.
This is Bob's Ren Fair video. We essentially, so I've been to the Ren Fair as well. I've seen some of the jousting. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bob. This is Minnesota's Ren Fair.
Minnesota.
I went to Wisconsin and went to their they have a Ren Fair as well that comes through.
Yes, I've heard that's one of the best.
It is definitely, it's like Texas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then like one more other one that's around the United States. Please comment it if you know what
Probably
it is.
Kansas City, I'd have to say.
And it's a really good time. I'll be honest with you. You should go if you have never been to the Ren Fair at all. Go to the Ren Fair. It's so much fun. There's so many people there that just want you to have a good time. You can have a huge turkey leg, which is great, and you'll also see a bunch of shows. There's a couple of very common attraction is like a whip cracker. Someone who will don't laugh at that. It's a dude who has like a bunch of different types of whips, and he'll like. There's a couple.
Pedro Pascal did that on Late Night not too long ago.
There was it Flip a Coin to Your Witcher was the one that he did. I don't remember, but that one is a super common one. I don't know if you've ever.
What?
Yeah. It's
what did you say? Flip a coin to the Witcher?
Yeah, flip a coin to your Witcher. You know what? You need to go to some Ren Fairs. Dude.
I need to get educated.
Yeah,
I grew up going to these things. What?
You serious? You've never heard about the Witcher series at all?
Oh, the game and the show, The Witcher.
Yeah, that's where the song comes from. Is Flip a Coin to Your Witcher. It comes from that whole series of books that got turned into a couple of video games that got turned into a TV show with Henry Cavill. Shout out Henry Cavill.
We love Henry Cavill. We love Henry Cavill.
We're so happy you built your own PC. He's one of us.
Such a good guy. Please come on the podcast.
Yeah,
man.
just come
That's
say what's
all
up.
we need.
I'll talk about Warhammer with you. I don't care.
Talk about whatever you want, man. What do you want to talk about? Animals. Talk about animals for a while. You can run us through a workout or whatever.
Whatever. You could
run
your
through
muscles
us.
really hard. It'd be fun. We have a good time.
I just misunderstood. I thought it wasn't a song. I thought that was like the style of whip crack.
Oh,
Flip a
no.
coin to the Witcher. Like it sounded like a hop, skip, and a jump, or just something like that.
Just
And
real
I'm like,
quick.
oh, flip a coin to the Witcher. Interesting, because they're like witchy people at the Ren Fair too.
Yeah, lots of
I'm not going to justify my wrong answer here, but that's what I thought you were saying.
And that's totally fair.
Two things. One, I was kind of raised going to the Ren Fair because my stepdad and my mom, for a while actually, would get booths and work at the Ren Fair and sell merchandise. My stepdad's got a great store. I'm happy to plug it as long as we don't say bad stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful store. It's called Enchanted Gifts. It's in downtown Overland Park. You can get Renaissance costumes. You can get little figurines. You can get swords. Oh, boy, yeah, that graphic. Maybe there's a better one. But it's everything Ren's you need. So he'll set up a booth at the Renaissance and just
go for it.
make money. That's the big bulk of his business. But we would also go, and the hack at these things is get the turkey leg and then bring
Preston,
Let me see.
show Preston.
That's my stepdad, John. Show him.
Yeah, what's up, John?
I get permission to show my stepdad on the screen.
Go.
That's fine. He's a handsome dude. He is so famous in that area
In the Ren Fair sphere?
in Kansas.
Oh, in Kansas?
In Kansas specifically.
In like a real state.
Anytime I talk to Renaissance people in that state, I go, do you know John? And they go, from Enchanted Gifts? I swear to you, there was a guy that I worked with at a restaurant in Chicago last year who's also from KC. And I'm like, oh yeah, my stepdad, he owns a store. He used to have it at the Great Plains Mall in Olathe. And he went, wait, is it Enchanted Gifts?
No
And
way.
I went, dude, no way. And he went, is your stepdad John?
Stop.
I'm like, get the heck out of here. And he was the first like celebrity sort of guy I knew. Anytime we go out, a lot of like, hey, I know you. Nice to see you. A very chatty, very, very kind guy.
Shout out John. Overall, he sounds like a great dude.
Great guy.
Yeah, it's just wild to me that there's like there's actual famous people in the Ren Fair scene.
Oh, well, you got to imagine, right? You see the king and queen, you're going to
Sure.
recognize those people. This guy,
John's like the jester. He's
let's
like
just
the
say
one.
he should be wearing purple, but he doesn't.
Oh, that's such. If you like Ren Fair stuff, right there is a compliment for the ages.
He the hack that we would do is get the turkey leg and bring some Hawaiian rolls as well, and you can break that up and make little sliders. And that's
easy.
a good lunch versus a messy turkey leg, which is great.
Shout out anybody who goes to the Ren Fair. Hit up Preston for any advice that you need to, just get yourself some food while you're there.
When I was a kid, I really wanted to be one of those jousters. I really wanted to be one of those. I'm like, let me be a knight and I'll go.
It'll be fun.
And then I found out how much they get paid.
It is not enough to get hit with anything.
Have you heard about, not to smack talk anybody, but what it sounds like with medieval times
Yeah.
is they are still having a strike with the employees because they're not getting paid.
I did hear the
There are
strike.
people who are going and again, like it's jousting. You're getting hit
Yeah.
with a freaking
With a lance.
Yeah.
It is made of solid wood.
and you're getting hit with a lance a lot.
I hate you. That was.
But those people they're protesting because they're not making enough money. And I'm like, dang, I really want to go, but also like I want to support the good people. So if this podcast can help with that strike to speed it up a little bit and get them the money that they deserve, which is a lot more than it sounds like even just like $10 an hour is what some of these people are getting paid.
Jeez.
Like, yo, come on. With these full stadiums of people watching
Right.
too.
And you're out like hot days and stuff. You're out here in plate armor, just swinging a sword.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, get these people at minimum $20 an hour.
Something.
Yeah, let's.
Something. And insurance.
And most importantly,
Insurance. Pay for them when they break their face for you.
that's right. Do we know if Ren Fairs are any better about this than medieval
I know
times?
there's a lot of volunteer base on people. I don't know. And of course, everyone's probably different. But I believe some of your higher up players who are there every single day,
Yep.
I think they get a little something. But even then, I don't think it's like, oh, I do this once a year and this is my full-time job. It's like, oh, that's what it is. I wanted to be a knight for a while. And then I also, low-key, the jester. I would have loved that life path.
I have a perfect job for you. There's a couple of things that you do at the Ren Fair when you like taught. There's at least the ones that I went to in Wisconsin, and there's a couple that are in Illinois. They have a dude who you throw
Tomatoes.
Yes,
Yes.
the tomato man.
I throw rocks, but you can throw whatever you want.
He just sits there and makes fun of you.
Yeah. That's the job I wanted.
Yeah, that's the job I think you are set for.
Would love it. I remember at a carnival seeing the guy who sits on same thing. He's got a thing above water and he's like, "Oh, you're fat. You can't throw." And then when he
Exactly.
gets hit, everyone's like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
But you're also like, "You just spent $150 on balls to throw at me."
Exactly.
So the tomato thing. I have been trying to pitch a tomato show to a couple of the clubs in Chicago. Nobody wants to do it because, and understandably, tomatoes are so expensive. So expensive to get the tomatoes and the cleanup. But I'm like, I'll get a crew of people to clean it up. Don't worry. And you put a tarp behind you so it catches and doesn't go anywhere else on the stage. But it is a ton of tomatoes. Like, it is a very messy thing.
Hey, any places in Chicago that want to put me and Preston on a stage to throw tomatoes at, I guarantee you we can find at least a couple of people who want to toss some tomatoes.
I wanted to call it the Tomato Show.
Ooh.
Right? Number 8 in there. It's a little fun thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love the concept of throwing tomatoes at people who you don't think is funny. There's a stand-up comic who, there's a couple of variations of this bit, but he has a confetti cannon on stage and he gives the remote to someone and he's like, at any point during my set, you make that thing go off. That's what you get. And then typically he'll bait them into the point where he's like, my father died and I've never really recuperated from that.
Goof!
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
A little bit of a cleanup, but
Name
worth
is
it.
Joel Dummett.
Joel
Fast.
Dummett.
Yeah. Joel Dummett. It sounds like
Joel.
a cuss.
Joel Dummett.
I also found out how much these jousters are making.
Is it sad?
He's like 35 grand a month.
$18.50 an hour.
oh, that's an okay amount. I don't know that I would get hit for that amount of money.
It's an hour, right? So the show is an
Oh.
hour. So
I would-
18 bucks, you're making 40, at most 60 if they're paying you for the hour before and the hour after.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking. As I would figure they would put in all of the warm up time and all the rehearsal time and all that, but like that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case.
As someone who's been paid by the hour by a couple different clubs, it's typically hour on stage. Now, I would love to hear you clock in at 3 p.m. and you're getting paid until the show at 6, and then maybe you're doing, is it two shows a night or just one?
Usually,
I don't know.
with the jousting, you get like a couple. At least the one that I went to in Wisconsin, you'll have your initial show where it'll be like they're gonna joust in the morning, and then after they joust in the morning, the storyline continues into the afternoon, and then there's the afternoon joust that goes into the evening joust that starts at like 5, and that evening joust is like the culmination of all of the jousting that had happened beforehand.
Yeah.
And usually that resolves in like a fight between the two of them.
That's
where
what the
one of them-
Renaissance does. Same thing.
One of them gets clapped.
Yeah. Where they're like, now we're going to fist fight.
Yeah.
And they're just like projecting all their punches.
And it's all like the blood packets and stuff
Right.
start flying out. It's a good time.
A lot of those rent fairs, they pay based on a stipend.
That makes sense. That's not great, but it makes sense.
I mean, where else is the money coming from, right? I mean, it's tickets. And obviously, I would say that that's a main attraction. But like, are people now do the NASCAR way, put some stickers on your horse. I'm coming up with ideas to help the community.
No, that's good. Newton figs on Absolutely. I get it. I get you. You got yourself your
Why? I'm not comfortable with the shish kebab sponsor we got.
Right,
I'm
I
a little
don't
scared.
like the fact that this is a Dunlap horse. That's
Cutco.
oh no.
Why does he get a different jousting spear or whatever?
I would mess with that. That would be my favorite joust. To be fair, they were sponsored by their kings and their royalty throughout the years and stuff. So I think that might be a pretty solid idea.
Down Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, Knights, give us a shout out. I would appreciate if you guys had any sort of ideas in order to get yourselves paid. We want you to get you paid out here because we love watching you do what you do.
It's good stuff. And we want to support the good version of what you do and make sure that you're happy with what you're getting so we can support you the best we can.
Yeah, and on that same note, we are really appreciative that you all support us at Sugar Beats. Please free to give us a like and subscribe on this video. Leave us a couple of comments. I know we had talked about a couple of points in time where we could just, give us a little bit of something. If you hate us, please let us know. And
I want to plug my thing really quick if I can
Yeah,
before you
please
go.
plug.
I've got shows. We've got Sugar Beach shows. We're coming down to Kansas City April 14th. We've got 2 shows at the Kansas City Improv Company. It's down on Pennsylvania and Westport area. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be really fun. I'm bringing down some of my funniest friends from Chicago, and we're going to do a little bit of a battle against KC's best teams, and then we're going to do a little combo show. It's going to be great. Tickets are online. If you're in the Kansas City area, you've probably seen those cute little animal posters. That's us. Come support. It's going to be a super fun time.
That's right. Hey, please go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and get yourself over to Kansas City if you're in the area at all, either surrounding states or anything like that. It is super worth the time. Fairly cheap tickets.
Fairly. Yeah.
Nothing crazy at all like that. We would love for you guys to come out and support. Make sure you hit up Preston after the show. Make sure you say, hey, I followed you from Sugar Beats so that we feel good inside. That would be good.
Tickets are typically like $40, but if you DM us, we'll get you a code for $15. So go ahead and do that. You can DM the Sugar Beats account. You can also DM my Instagram, which is just Preston Officially. But yeah, we'll get you the hookup for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching this podcast. Support your local Knights. And
support your local Knights.
And we'll catch you all next time. Thank you so much. It's been Sugar Beats.